this done. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us this morning here on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. I'm back. That's right. We're back connecting. As I said, we're going to get here early, get everything set up. That way we can move forward with what we are looking to accomplish today. Now, we may go a little bit longer today, being that it's Labor Day. So typically we just go 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day. We might get in 45 or an hour, just depending on how rich the chapter is that we're going through today. Now we'll be going through the book, How to Be Rich. Good morning to you. By the way, Aaron's up in the house. Tiasha James is in the house. Hopefully you got an email, Tiasha. Make sure you're back, that you're signed into the BBC. Thanks so much for joining, by the way. Black Billionaires Club, ready to rock and roll. And so we may be about 45 minutes today. I'm not quite sure. Hopefully we got some time, just depending on how rich today's chapter is or today's lesson is. We're going to be talking about attitudes. Everybody put in comments on attitudes. Attitudes that stand between you or us and money. Attitudes that stand between us and money. This is New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read. You put in the book, we absolutely will find it. Reading Rainbow 2.0. That's just what we got going on. We understand, man, if we change the way, you keep changing my name, Tiasha Janae Ross, Tiasha Ross, I'm sorry. If you change the way that you think, you'll change your life forever. Matter of fact, you fix your mind, you'll fix your money. You fix your mind and you will fix everything else in your life. How to be rich. Attitudes that stand between us and money. Hey man, we're not going to delay. We're not going to procrastinate. We ain't going to even wait. We are ready to rock and roll. We ready to go at 8 a.m. I mean, y'all must be crazy. I mean, y'all is a special kind of folk. You keep waking up and you ready to roll. You ready to tackle this thing and read and level up in the morning. Y'all is crazy. Y'all, matter of fact, y'all are weird. Y'all are unusual. And I'm trying to tell you that if you want to have unusual kind of money, you got to be an unusual kind of person. And so I appreciate you this morning here on the New Black Wall Street Book Club, which I'm thinking about changing to the Black Billionaires Book Club. I don't know. What y'all think? Keep it the same, change it. Let me know. New Black Wall Street Book Club or Black Billionaires Book Club? I got all the branding for the New Black Wall Street, but I got to change it. I got to go through that process. I don't know. I kind of like both of them. I don't know. It might slip every now and then. Anyway, you know what time it is. Time to get this show on the road. Let's see if we can find Mr. DJ this morning. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
Okay. It's the New Black Wall Street. Can make the days New club, yeah. And make the darkness bright. Knowledge. Anything is possible. That's what you do. Change thoughts and you will change your life. The New Black Wall Street never pays the price. When we hold our peace and never share the wealth, I'm talking knowledge, help out the people. A new club dedicated to success of melanated and beautiful, educating you fully to take the world and pass it on to the kids, build it and live fulfilling the prophecy that we live. The New Black Wall Street Book Club. I'm introducing the host, show my brothers some love. The New Black Wall Street Book Club. The New Black Wall Street Book Club.
Let's go. That's right, man. Let's go. It's the New Black Wall Street Book Club right here, Instagram Live, YouTube Live, doing our thing this morning, leveling up and changing the way that we think will change our life forever. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, ERGJ Black Bookstore, also international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. That's right, The Black Billionaires Club. It's a study of Black wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. Well, you can pick this book up by going to theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com. Get the book today. Yeah, it's like, man, a book full of wealth and riches and understanding, and you ain't got the book? Something is wrong. I mean, you mean tell me you don't have the book? Something is wrong. And I just believe that if you want to be wealthy, you should study wealthy people. And not only is it a book, guys, it also is a club. It is a real club, and that you can join. Matter of fact, today's September 3rd. That means we got 24 hours left for a $10 membership. Hey, man, you might not want to play with this. You've been playing around way too long, procrastinating, delaying way too long on your dreams, on the things that you want to accomplish, things that you keep telling everybody you want to do. Well, maybe it's time to get with a group of people that can actually help you do it. That's right. The Black Billionaires Club is now open enrollment, open for $10 a month, and that's going to end midnight September 4th. I'm going to give you one day after Labor Day, one day after all the barbecuing, after all the stuff in your face and food in your stomach. Give you one more day to rethink if you're going to change your life. You got an opportunity to do that. The Black Billionaires Club. Go to theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com right now. Click the join button and make a $10 decision that can change your life. A $10 decision that can change your bank account. A $10 decision to change your life. That's right, man. Miguel is up in the house, man. Flawed Fit is up in the house. New Orleans, man. The comments below. Let us know where you're connecting from, by the way. Want to know how far our reach is this morning. We're connecting right here out of the Black Billionaires Club studios here in Decatur, Georgia. Decatur, where's greater? Want to know where you're connected from this morning. We don't know how far we going this morning, man. Where are you? Rep your city. That's right. Rep your city. Landscape Larry's up in the house. Instagram Live. Thanks so much for joining. Babies Bundy's Diaper Cakes. Thanks so much. Baby Buzz Diaper Cakes. Thanks so much for joining. Columbus is up in the house. Good morning to you. That's what I'm talking about, man. Thanks so much for joining. Now, we are actually going to be getting into our next chapter on how to be rich. Going through the book, How to Be Rich. I mean, it's a book called How to Be Rich. It literally is. A book called How to Be Rich, Compact Wisdom from the World's Greatest Wealth Builders. We actually have more copies available. I got about 10 copies, okay? So don't be the person that get left behind and you ain't got the book. You don't have the book. Anyway, How to Be Rich. It's only $15. All you got to do is inbox us. Let us know you want to get a copy, and we will get that thing out to you ASAP, Rocky. $15 investment. You know, you realize that people won't even make a $15 investment into their future. This is I'm talking about. I know, I understand. We don't all understand and learn about money, but people simply won't make a $15 investment into their future. It's crazy. What's going on, man? Landscape Live in Charleston, South Carolina. Thanks so much for joining. We're going to be talking about today attitudes that stand between us and money. Now, before we get into this, in the comments below, can you just name one that you think is in there? We're going to talk about today. What's an attitude that keeps you or keeps us or keeps them, whoever, from money? What's an attitude that keeps people from money? Oh, great question to ask. We get started thinking about this. An attitude that keeps people from money. Huh. Man, could it be our attitude? Of course, as we have learned, that money is not something that you pursue. Something is something that you attract. It's something you attract by becoming an attractive person. So therefore, maybe it's an attitude that we care. It's an attitude that we have that might make us unattractive to people. Why do I say that? Because people have the money that you want. So if you become unattractive to people who got the money that you want, they probably not going to give their money to you. What's an attitude that might keep people from money? Ron, Black Legacy representing. He said, man, he said self-pride can keep people from money. Self-pride. What's an attitude that can keep people from money? And these are great questions, man. Some people have never, ever thought about this. You know, never thought about what might be keeping them from money. And typically we think it's something else. May think that it's something outside of us. We think that it's somebody else. We think that it's something else. Never really looking in the mirror and saying, man, I got a little bit of this in me. I would say this. My answer would be, you can call it anxiety or anxiousness. You know, the lack of being able to wait, right? Always in a hurry, right? The tortoise, right? I mean, the hare. They're always in a hurry. I don't know what that word is I'm looking for. I am Tiasha Janae said, man, they know it all. The know-it-alls. Jermaine said the lack of gratitude, no gratitude. Don't appreciate the things they already have. That's right. Nobody can't teach a know-it-all anything. Miss Vivian said mistrust. Mistrust. So let's get into this morning. Attitudes that stand between us and money. This from Napoleon Hill. He says, don't live in procrastination, land of the poor. Procrastination is the land of the poor. Everybody put that in the comments below. Procrastination is the land of the poor. You guys know there's some people that's procrastinating, making a $10 decision. Procrastination is the land of the poor. Typically, when you procrastinate, you pay more. Typically, when you procrastinate, you get a fee associated with a procrastination. Try not paying your phone bill on time. Try these things and see what happens. Procrastination. You know you should do it, but you didn't do it. You forgot to do it, and now you remember because you got a new bill. Procrastination costs. It's the land of the poor. It's the land where you pay more for the same thing that other people are paying less for. Procrastination is the land of the poor. An accurate analysis of more than 25,000 men and women who had experienced failure disclosed the fact that lack of decision-making took a lead position among 30 major causes of failure. This is no mere statement of a theory, it is a fact. Procrastination, the opposite of deciding, is a common enemy that practically everybody must conquer. You will have an opportunity to test your capacity to reach quick and definite decisions when you're ready to begin putting into action certain principles. Be quick to decide, slow to revise. Oh, I like that. Be quick to decide, slow to revise. Everybody put in the comments, so be quick to decide. Be quick to decide, slow to revise. An analysis of several hundred people who had accumulated fortunes disclosed the fact that every one of them had the habit of reaching decisions promptly and of changing these decisions slowly. And when they were when they were changed, without exception, people who fail to accumulate money have the habit of reaching decisions, if at all, very slowly, and of changing these decisions quickly and often. Listen to that, people. He's talking about a study that he did. He's not talking about this. He said, what I studied. This is what I studied from people. People, without exception, people who fail to accumulate money have the habit of reaching decisions, if at all, very slowly, and of changing these decisions quickly and often. How many guys have been guilty of that? Used to be a slow decision maker. And then you are a quick decision changer. I made a decision. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Then you change the decision. Oh, that didn't work. Then you change it again. You never stick to the decision that you made in the first place. Always changing your route. Think about this. You made a decision. Think about what I'm saying. A decision is a route. It's a journey. And so you made a decision. Let's just say you made a decision to go to Chicago. And you on your way to Chicago. You from Atlanta, Georgia. You made a decision. I'm going to Chicago. That's where I'm gonna go. Yes, let's go. And you on your way to Chicago, and then you say, no, I don't want to go to Chicago. Let's go to Houston. Yes, I want to go to Houston. I made a decision. We ain't going to Houston. I know wife or husband. I know children. We said we was going to Chicago, but I changed my mind. We going to Houston. Yes, I made a decision to go to Houston. I'm going to, we traveling to Houston. We already out the way, by the way, because we headed towards Chicago, which is north. Now we going south, trying to get to Houston. And then you're halfway to Houston. You say, oh, I got a new idea. I know Chicago sounded good and Houston sounded great, but now we going to New York. Yes, that's where we're going. That's where my riches are. That's where the pot of gold is. No, it wasn't in Chicago. I got epiphany, said, no, go to Houston. Then I'm on my way to Houston, and then the good Lord spoke to me, said, no, go to New York. Now we on our, don't worry, family. We ain't got nowhere yet, but we getting there. Let's go to New York. I've decided. Now you on your way to New York. And then the good Lord speak to you again. Of course, it's not the good Lord. It's who you think you hear. It's yourself talking to you. Because you think you the Lord of your travels. Oh my God. New York sounded good. It sounded so good. I mean, it sounded, to go to New York and be amongst all those people, but no. I'm telling you, this is the last time, people, because we were going to go to Chicago, and then we going to Houston, and now we're going to New York. No, we going to Africa. That's where it is. It's in Africa. Our pot of gold is in Africa. Now, I don't know where in Africa we're going yet, but we going to Africa. We got to get our passports. We got to, as a matter of fact, where are we right now? Think about this. You're on your way to Chicago. You in Georgia, Atlanta. You decide you're going to go to Chicago. You stop on the way to Chicago, turn around, and start heading towards Houston. You're on your way to Houston, halfway to Houston, you make a different decision to go to New York. You're headed to New York, and then you decide, nope, we're going to Africa. Here's my question. Where are you right now? Now you're in the middle of the United States somewhere, and now you want to go to Africa. Let's be honest. How many of us have been in that position? Well, we make a decision, change it. Make a decision, change it. Make a decision, change it. You're unstable in all your ways. Most of the time for men, it's their thoughts that change like that. Most of the time for women, it's their emotions that change like that. They make decisions based off their emotions. Men make decisions based off their thoughts. Very few of us make decisions based upon our soul. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Most of the men make decisions based upon their thoughts, whatever they're thinking at the time. Most of the women make decisions based upon their emotion, whatever they're feeling at the time. Very few of us make a decision that's based upon our soul. Yesterday said, all right, where you are, you started and haven't went anywhere because you're always indecisive. Indecision or procrastination costs. One of Henry Ford's most outstanding qualities was this habit of reaching decisions quickly and definitely and changing them slowly. This quality was so pronounced in the founder of the American automobile industry that it gave him the reputation of being obstinate. It was this quality that prompted him to continue to manufacture his famous Model T, the world's ugliest car, when all his advisors and many of the purchasers of the car were urging him to change it. Perhaps Ford delayed too long in making the change, but the other side of the story is that his firmness of decision yielded a huge fortune before the change in model became necessary. There is but little doubt that Ford's habit of definiteness of decision assumed the proportion of obstinacy, but this quality is preferable to slowness in reaching decisions and quickness in changing them. He goes on to write, make sure your opinions are of your own. Make sure your opinions are of your own. Generally, the majority of people who fail to accumulate money. Now, first we talked about the majority of people who fail to accumulate money. They have a bad habit of not making decisions, of procrastinating. Now he's saying another way that people fail to accumulate money sufficient for their needs are also easily influenced by the opinions of others. Are you easily influenced by the opinions of others? I'm telling you, it took me a while to get to the point where, not that I don't care what you have to say. I do. I mean, I kind of care. But as it relates to my definite chief aim, as it relates to what God is showing me, as it relates to the clues that I'm getting from the universe, because I believe that success leaves clues, and I need to follow the clues, not your opinion. But anyway, as I follow the clues that the good Lord has given me, because the Lord will order my steps. It's not Sunday, it's Monday. But the Lord will order my steps. If the Lord will order my steps, then I need to be following need to be following the leader, which is the Lord. And so I just simply, for me, I can't tell you what to do. I simply don't listen to other people when it comes to my journey because the Lord is ordering my steps. So success for me is what leaves clues. So I follow the clues. I do not follow the opinions of other people, especially the opinions of other people who have not done, have not been, or are not even going where I'm going. Oh, let me not hit that on the head this morning. Let me repeat that again for the people in the back. The Lord orders my steps. Success leaves clues for me, so I follow the clues. I have decided for myself that I'm going to listen to the Lord more than I listen to the opinions of other people, especially the opinions of other people who have not gone, are not going, and probably will not go with me where I'm going. See, opinions are like butts. Everybody got them. Matter of fact, we are much better at suggesting or telling what other people should do, but yet we have a hard time telling ourselves what to do. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm not talking about you because I know you are unusual. You're unique. You're different from everybody else. I'm talking about everybody else. Doesn't it seem like they can give you advice? Doesn't it seem that they can tell you what to do? Doesn't it seem that they can suggest what you should do? But then you look at their life and you're like, damn, have you even listened to your own advice? Why don't you work on getting yourself together first and then come and try to get other people together? I'm trying to tell you, matter of fact, all these, I'm not trying, I'm going to try my best because I ain't going to say no names. But all these life coaches that are out here trying to fix other people's lives, but ain't fix their own life. That is a problem. What does it say when you get on an airplane first and you're going through, everybody about to crash and burn? It said, first, get the mask for yourself. Save yourself first, and then you save other people. What did Harriet Tubman do? Harriet Tubman got free herself first. Then she came back and helped other people to get free. I'm trying to tell you more because I don't know who I'm talking to. Free yourself first. Listen to your own advice first. Follow your own advice first before you try to give it to other people. This is hard to do because we have a general desire. We mean well. We want to see people win. We want to help however we can, but I'm trying to tell you, sometimes you're hurting more than you're helping. Because what you're sharing in your opinion, although it might sound good, if it hasn't worked for you yet, then you're only speaking from theory. You're only speaking from what you have seen or thought you've seen in this world. You're not speaking from experience. You're speaking from theory. I know this is hard for some people to accept this morning. That all this time you've been speaking from theory. You've been speaking for what might work, but it hasn't worked for you. So you don't have experience. You only have an opinion. You only have a thought. You only have a hypothesis. You only have a maybe. But I'm trying to tell you, when you start listening to people, it says there's safety and wise counsel. When you start listening to people who have actually done what you're trying to do, now that is proof that it works. Not just, I think that it works. How many of you guys right now, you listen to people who think that it'll work versus you listen to people who have shown that it works? And I don't know what that is for you. I don't know who you listen to. I'm just saying, there's a difference between people who talk to you based off what they think will work versus people who talk to you who can prove that it works. Now, here's the deal. Each and every one of you can prove that something works in some area, right? A. Ronnie's working on his apparel company, right? Vivian Reed in nutrition, right? Demarius and I think in marketing and stuff like that. Mark Dames with the bakery and the cupcake and the planning and all this stuff, right? There are certain things. There are not everything. Okay, this goes back to the know-it-all. Not everything, but there are certain things that you can prove that works. That's where you should teach out of. I'm gonna have to do some teaching. That's where you should be teaching. You should be teaching based off the proof of work. This has worked for me. Now I can teach other people in this area. For example, I'm debt-free. So I can teach people how to be debt-free. I can prove that it works. I wrote a book. My book is an international best-selling book. It sold over 600 copies before I ever wrote the book. I can prove, and I can teach in this area because I can prove that it works. Everybody put in the comments on hashtag proof. But some of us are trying to teach in areas where we only think that it works. Now, what does that lead to? That leads to being incredible or uncredible, not credible, whatever that word is. You're not credible in that area because you haven't proved that it works. You only think that it works. See, I listen to people that are credible in some particular area because of the proof that it works. Woo! Generally, the majority of people who fail to accumulate money sufficient for their needs are also easily influenced by the opinions of others. They permit newspapers and their gossiping neighbors to do their thinking for them, not realizing that opinions are the cheapest commodities on earth. Opinions are the cheapest commodities on earth. Everyone has a flock of opinions, ready to be wished upon anyone who will accept them. If you are influenced by opinions when you reach decisions, you will not succeed in any undertaking, much less in that of transmuting your own desires into money. If you are influenced by the opinions of others, you will have no desires of your own. Ooh, Lord Jesus, you got to hit them where it hurts. Let me repeat that again. If you are influenced by the opinions of others, you will have no desires of your own. Could it be that one of the main reasons why your dreams are delayed or deferred, a dream deferred, is because you've been spending, you value other people's opinions, not other people's proof, not other people's fact. You value other people's opinions way too much. Let me ask that question again for the people in the back. Could it be that your dreams are deferred? You know what deferred means. You do it in your student loans. Your dreams have been deferred because you value other people's opinions too much. Instead of listening to wise counsel who has proven that whatever their thoughts are not opinions. That is the experience of the years and the experience of success. You're listening to the wisdom of others instead of the opinions of others. Proof. Now here's the premise here. Why is this important? As we go back to one of the main scriptures that really changes the way you really look at these conversations that you have with people. People who share their opinions all the time without proof, you know what that's called? Idle chatter. And idle chatter leads only to poverty. I didn't write that. That's what the good book say. I don't know. I just say that's what the good book say. 2,000 years strong. Idle chatter leads only to poverty. There's a difference. Idle chatter is people who have opinions with no proof. They just talking about what they think is going to work. That's idle chatter. But when you listen to people who have proven that it works, that's not idle. That is wisdom. That's experience. Idle chatter leads only to poverty. Now, I don't know about you, but it took me a long time to recognize, everybody put it also recognize. It took me a long time to recognize idle chatter. It's one thing for the good book to say it. It's a one thing for the good book to have written that thing down and said idle chatter. Oh, it's another thing to be able to recognize what idle chatter is. Anybody, have you ever been into a service and they explain to you what idle chatter is? It sounds good, but what is it? I'm telling you, one of those, this is not the all end all explanation of it, but one of those things is when people are sharing their opinions without proof. That means that their word is void of power. That is idle chatter. Whew, they don't want me in the church. I'm gonna have to create my own financial, I'm gonna have to create a money church or something, because this right here, whew. Can't learn how to be rich from broke people. You can learn how not to be broke, though. You learn what not to do. They can't tell you what to do. Goes both ways, right? Keep your own counsel by reaching your own decisions and following them. Take no one into your confidence except the members of your mastermind group. And be very sure in your selection of this group that you choose only those who will be completely sympathy and harmony, will be in complete sympathy and harmony with your purpose. Close friends and relatives, while not meaning to do so, often handicap. Often handicap one through opinions and sometimes through ridicule. How many of you guys got some family members or friends who have handicapped or who have attributed to your dream being deferred? I know this is tough. This is conversation. It's hard to have. But when we really think about it, like, damn, my friend didn't believe in me and believe in my dream. They didn't support me. They told me I should go to college instead of working on this. They told me I should do this. They had all these opinions about what I should do with my life. They meant well. But even in their meaning well, even in their intending well, even in all that, they were actually handicapping, or they were putting my dreams on pause. Why? Because I was listening to them instead of listening to me. Of course, they must got it all together. I mean, that's my mom. She must got it all together. Oh, that's my papa. He must got it all together. Oh, that's my friend that drives the Benz. She must got it all together. So I should listen to them instead of listening to the God that's in me. Close friends and relatives, while not meaning to do so, often handicap one through opinions and sometimes through ridicule, which is meant to be humorous. Thousands of men and women carry inferiority complexes with them all through life because some well-meaning but ignorant. Everybody put that in console. Well-meaning but ignorant. Well, you mean well. And I don't fault you for wanting the best for me. You mean well, but you're ignorant. Ignorant means you just don't know. You don't know the vision that I've been given. You don't know the mission that I've been called to. You don't know. Matter of fact, the great teacher from Nazareth said that you won't even be known among people in your own country. It said a prophet is without honor in his own country, meaning that his friends, his relatives would have no idea the things that he would do and accomplish because you are with no honor in your own country, no honor in your own community, no honor in your own family. A prophet is without honor in his own country. So all through life, because some well-meaning but ignorant person destroyed their confidence through opinions or ridicule. Now, if this happened to you, because I think all of us have been through this. Now, hopefully it didn't destroy it for life, but many of us have been through the situations where our confidence was shattered because of the ridicule or opinions of other well-meaning people, but ignorant. Here's my question. Well, what can we do to make sure that our children don't have to go through the same thing? Here's a very interesting thing, because it's like we went through it, and hopefully we learned from it. You learn from the past, but then hopefully we put ourselves in position to teach the future. Well, this is so important. Learn from the past. Put this in the comments below. Learn from the past to teach the future. Oh, y'all get some good stuff. ERGJ is on fire this morning. Again, people in the back, learn from the past to teach the future. Now, that's to teach your future self, number one, because you have learned, now you have grown or matured through that experience. But then that teach the future, not just for yourself, it's for your children, it's for your grandchildren, it's for the children of your community, it's for your godchildren, your godsons, your goddaughters, it's for your nieces and your nephews. You learn from the past in order to teach the future. It should be no reason why the next generation is going to go through the exact same thing as this generation. There's no reason why. The only reason is because this generation has not learned from the past and are unwilling to teach the future. Unwilling to go to the school and do the PTA thing, unwilling to go to the career days and talk to the youth, unwilling to step up at the church, unwilling. Too busy to teach the future. We have got to be some of the most ignorant people to think that things will just change. No, things don't just change. We make things change. How do we make things change? By teaching the future. Whew. I feel a little steam coming up on top of my head here, by the way. You have a brain and a mind of your own. Use it and reach your own decisions. If you need facts or information from other people to enable you to reach decisions, as you probably will in many instances, acquire these facts or secure the information you need quickly without disclosing your purpose. That's Napoleon Hill. Let's move on over to Julia Seton, and we'll stop here with her. She's talking about procrastination again. The going to do it trap. I'm going to do it. That's a trap. The going to do it trap. Julia Seton says this. She says, the obsession of tomorrow. Woo! The obsession of tomorrow spreads out all over those who are caught in its negative dragnet. Going to do it is their slogan. Going to have it someday. The future, like a mighty ruler, stands before them, and worshiping it, they are blind, deaf, and dumb to their present opportunities. There are wondrous avenues of accomplishment opening on every hand, but something in their weak consciousness says, wait, not now, some other time. Going to do it is the law of procrastination. And Eric Thomas says this, now. No opportunities wasted. Now. The good book says, why put off until tomorrow what you can do today? Now. The only reason why I win and I have the type of success that I have is because I got a right now kind of mindset. Right now. We don't need to wait till tomorrow to have the meeting. Let's have the meeting right now. Let's discuss right now. Let's get it out of the way right now. Let's do it right now. Why we got to do it tomorrow? There's nothing in this world that ever springs spontaneously perfect. Creation, emanation, and evolution are cosmic laws, and they are human laws too. And no matter what we want, have, do, or are, we must begin it before we can finish it and possess the fruition. Those who carry hope and dreams and desires hidden in their hearts and drag through days, months, and years without the courage of putting them to the test must be failures because they are standing ever before their own unfulfilled selfhood. God helps those who help themselves, has been spoken for centuries. And 1,000 unseen forces are waiting to assist those who know what they want and then fling themselves fearlessly in pursuit of their goals. Everybody put in console fearless. Let me read that again. God helps those who help themselves, has been spoken for centuries. And 1,000 unseen forces are waiting to assist those who know what they want, your definite chief aim. And then you go at it. You fling yourself fearlessly in pursuit of your goals. Fearless. Ain't nobody stopping you but you. Losing the subtle essence of divine command. Once I met a great woman, great in genius, great in personality, great in expression. She was training to become a public reader and a teacher, and perhaps later an actress. In some past incarnation, she had fulfilled the law of all these desires and came into life equipped fully for these big endeavors. I was fond of her and eager for the world to have the privilege of enjoying her great gifts. Always she said, not yet, but I'm going to do it. You ever met somebody like that? Maybe it was you at some point in time in life. You got all the talent. You got all the ability. You got all the intellect. You got everything you, matter of fact, I want to tell you this morning, you have everything you need. You got everything you need. The only thing that's missing is courage. That's it. You got all the talent. You got all the ability. You got all the potential. You got all the greatness. You got it all. And all you need is courage. This is why the God said to Joshua, be of good courage. Fear not. Go on up against those giants. Don't worry about them. You got me. And I'm trying to tell you this morning, this is what the universe, this is what God is saying to you this morning. Don't worry about them. You got me. Be of good courage. Fear not. Always, she said, not yet, but I'm going to do it. Then she went on studying, always with the discordant urge within her. She longed to stop and get out of her legitimate field. Whenever she came to me, I said, why don't you begin? Get ready, announce yourself, get a business manager, get into a company. Won't you please do something and give yourself a chance? Yes, she would. Yes, she would. She was going to do it. 10 years have passed and she has never done it. Today, after 10 years of foolish resistance and wear and tear on the physical side, which repressed genius always brings, she is the decay of a glorious selfhood. Lacking the subtle essence of divine command within our own soul, she lost all and will have to give this incarnation to the development of a consciousness that can direct her own soul. The world is full of those who are going to do it. And so it is full of failures. Going to do it. We'll read this last part from Julie said, man, this is good stuff this morning, people. You enjoying yourself this morning? This Labor Day morning, something happening on up here, something happening in here. See, something magical happens when we decide to read and read good books. Not just read trash, but read good stuff that can help us change the way that we think and feel. The watchword of success is do it now. Everybody put in the console, do it now. Do it now. It's the watchword of success. Of course, it is common to give ourselves a legitimate amount of time to get ready for anything. The bigger our endeavor, the more time and thought it demands, and it is well said that fools rush in where angels fear to tread. It is also true, though, that without this quality in the human soul which causes the fool to rush in, many fools would forever remain at the fool's level of unfoldment. The urge that sends the fool on is the urge that defies and glorifies our human endeavor. While the fool follows it in uncontrolled, undirected enthusiasm, wise people guide it and cherish it as their most precious possession, training themselves to allow it to urge them on and through almost impossible accomplishments. Going to do it never gets anyone anywhere. And those who rise powerfully to the top of their own mountain of success are those who first survey the path to this mountain pass and then, taking the bit of the brittle of their own lives in their teeth, race to success. It is then that the world, seeing them rush on in what appears to be madness, stops and asks, "What is this?" And with attention comes interest. With attention comes interest. Everybody put that in the comments below. With attention comes interest. Oh, I can teach on this too. With attention comes interest. Here's my question. What are you doing? I'm talking about, because I'm thinking about success now. I'm thinking about those who really want to get it. Those who really want that billionaire status. What are you doing to capture the attention of the world? Woo! Ain't nobody ever asked you a question like that before, huh? Well, what are you doing to capture the attention of the world? See, I'm looking at AA Ron, Black Legacy, right? He's got an apparel company now. I'm looking at his Instagram. He's always putting this stuff up on his Instagram, capturing, trying to, at least he's trying, you know what I'm saying? Trying to capture the attention of the world. And I am almost fully sure and completely sure that as he is capturing the attention of the world is noticing what he's doing and they are paying for his shirts. Mark Dane's got the Cheesecake Company. He's got a website out. He's going to these different places, talking to the local community. He's always putting his business in front of other people, trying to capture their attention. And their attention that he's capturing is drawing interest. And that interest turns into cash, by the way. It turns into buying something, by the way. It turns into support for your mission, by the way. It also turns into getting out of your damn way. See, when the world sees somebody that's serious about success and they start moving with a purpose, the whole world, all the people get out of the way because they don't want to be run over by this rhino. They don't want to be run over by this bulldozer. They don't want to be run over by the person who has a purpose. Going to do it never gets anyone anywhere. And those who rise powerfully to the top of their own mountain of success are those who first survey the path to this mountain pass and then, taking the bit of the brittle of their own lives in their teeth, race to success. It is then that the world, seeing them rush on in what appears to be madness, stops and asks, "What is this?" With attention comes interest, and through interest comes praise or ridicule, and through these comes cooperation, and success is assured. Finding ourselves, knowing what we want to do, giving ourselves legitimate time for perfecting our ability to do it, then doing it. This is the law of success. Do it now. We may have only 1/10 of 1% perfection when we start anything, but practice makes perfect. And out of the very crudest material will come a gem, polished by use into a resplendent brightness. It is better to do and fail and profit by the wisdom born of this failure than to sit down in unexpressed genius and atrophy from disuse. The past is spent, the future is thy God's, today is thine. Hold fast the precious treasure. The past is spent. The future is God's. Today is yours. Everybody put in the comments, today is mine. Today is mine. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow is not promised. Today is mine. And I'm going to get it today. I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm going to get it today. This is the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where black folk do read. You put in a book, we absolutely will find it. As we always ask you guys, a little simple principle from my mentor simply says this, that price is what you pay, but value is what you get. Right now, I want you to think about the price you paid to be here. It didn't cost you a dime, but it cost you something way more valuable than your money, and that is your time. Whether you've been with us for an hour or not, however long you've been here, we value your time. We want to make sure that you got something out of your time with us here today. As you think about the price, now I want you to think about the value that you receive. You think about the cost, now think about the value that you receive. Now I want you to answer this simple question. Was this worth your time and why? This is your give back moment. This is the time where you be able to give back in abundance from that which you have received. Don't be the person that's always taking but never giving. You're breaking a law of reciprocity. So in the comments below, answer this question. Was this worth your time and why? In other words, what did you learn today? What did you take away? What was your big aha moment? What spoke to you the most? What did you capture? Was it worth your time and why? Now I know I talk much faster than you type, so I'll go ahead and do a couple plugs while you guys are typing. Number one, How to Be Rich, the book. We do got about 10 copies of this book ready to be shipped out. You don't have the book yet? Why not? $15 investment into a book that can help you change the way that you think so you can change your life. You ain't got the book yet? Pick up the book today. Just inbox us. You can inbox us on Facebook, ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar. You go to the Black Billionaires Club, inbox us there. You can inbox us right here on the stream. You can do what you got to do. You'll figure out how to get in contact with me. Okay? Also, the Black Billionaires Club, the club where we work together to win, is open for enrollment right now. A $10 decision to roll with the big dogs. ERGJ, go to theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com. Click on Join the BBC. Matter of fact, if you're on YouTube, you'll see the link in the description. Make a decision, a financial decision to change your life forever. Josh James said, this is worth my time because it confirmed what I was feeling. Need to work on my own opinions and not others. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, guys, I'll give you time to go ahead and put that in the comments below. I know some people may still be typing. We got to wrap this thing up, man. I want you to remember this, that it takes a village. And it starts with us. That's right. It starts with a man or woman looking in the mirror and deciding that they're going to be the change that they want to see. As Mark Daniels said here, here's what he got. I said, do it now. Stop finding reasons to start tomorrow or when you have gotten everything together. Do it now. Here's the beautiful thing about doing it now. When you do it now, you no longer have to think about it because it is done. When you do it now, you no longer have to think about it because it is done. And what's done no longer needs to be considered. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to take your mental capacity and keep on thinking about the thing and keep thinking about it and thinking about it. Knowing that you should have done it, but you keep thinking about it. You need to think, do it now. Get it out the way. Don't have to think about it no more. Make room in your mind for new ideas and new things to come. Do it now. Let's build, people. Let's build these bank accounts. Let's build these businesses. Let's build our community. Let's build the future. But most importantly, let's build each other. And let's do it together. We all we got. Ain't nobody coming to save us. We all we got. But guess what? That's enough. I pray to God to preserve each and every one of you, that you'll go out on this Labor Day and you will have a fantastic day, that you will do it now, that you're going to get up, get out, and get something. Everybody else might be off, but you got stuff to do. Until next time, you know what time it is. DJ, hit the music.
It's the new Black Wall Streets. Look a club, yeah. The show is open right now, so we'll be back again. Bet on that. Until next time, happy success.